Hello everyone, this is Ben here and I'd like to welcome you to the program overview video for Connect365. I'm super excited to have you here in the program and I think we're going to be able to show you some really cool things. Not to mention you will have access to our custom messaging software that you can use to message your LinkedIn prospects and automate a ton of what it takes to run a quality messaging campaign on LinkedIn. So in this video, I thought we would take some time to carve out what I consider a good path for you to be following in this program. I know that a lot of people will get in here and have the desire to immediately jump in and start using the software. And I think that we should all wait to do so and take a step back until we make sure we know where to start and at what point to start utilizing the software. Okay, so I have a program overview breakdown on the screen. I'm going to run through that with you guys for a few minutes, and then we're going to go over and take a look at the website and look at how that functions to make sure you guys know where everything is at. But to start, we are going to look at the breakdown of the lessons that you'll be going through. Now, at the top here, you see that I have that there are two crucial parts to Connect365, and these two parts are divided into three modules. Now, the first part is our program theory and training. All right, this is these cover topics that don't have to do with the messaging software, but how to get the most out of when you do use the messaging software, okay? And then the second part is contained in Module 3, and that is the specific lessons on using the actual software itself. And everybody is definitely going to want to watch that module because you will be able to get up and running much quicker going through those videos than you would if you just try to mess around and figure things out. Okay, so let's take a look in detail at the modules and the lessons that we'll be going through. And I want you guys to see the reasoning for the order to all of this. Okay, because I don't want people to just, even if you have the ability to go in and learn how to use the messenger, I don't want people to just go in, learn it, and start blasting all of their connections every day with a message, and you're sending 5 messages a week to 500 people, and it's not, from a theory standpoint, that won't be the best way to get the greatest results. Okay, so what we have here is 2 modules before we jump into the messenger that deal with 1, building your foundation, and 2, figuring out how to create a messaging strategy. Okay, so in module 1, the foundation module, what we're going to be talking about is first, how to develop a deeper level of understanding of your targeted prospects. And this is done, this first lesson is actually a workbook, okay? So it won't be a video, it'll be a workbook that you'll work through to help you figure out who your best prospects are and begin to open you up to understanding what entices them. And this workbook will help influence a lot of the things that we'll cover in Module 2 in regards to copy. And of course, it will help influence the next 2 lessons in Module 1, which is how to position your profile to increase engagement and conversions. We have to figure out how to create a profile that is enticing and creates that engagement. If our profile looks like garbage, no one will connect with us, and we won't be able to do what we want to do in Lesson 3, which is how to build this highly targeted database of connections. The more connections that you have, I think the more effective this software will be for you. Not to say that it won't be effective for someone who needs to send 100 messages. Even that in itself can take some time. But let's say you have 500 connections that you want to message. That takes a long time to do, and you can automate that tactic by using the messenger. So the greater number of connections you have, the better of a database build that you have, the more use you will get out of the software, and the greater results you'll see. So that's what we cover in the Building Your Foundation module in Module 1, just making sure that foundation is really solid. So once we're able to get to a point where we are regularly connecting and acquiring new connections on LinkedIn, it's time for us to really focus on what our strategy is going to be for engaging with that audience. And that's what we cover in the first lesson in Module 2, is creating a strategy for how we are going to interact and engage with them. We simply can't just go out and start messaging them about our services or our products and think that everyone is going to buy what we sell. Sales doesn't work that way, and we need to create a strategy around our campaigns. Along with that strategy, we also need to create an editorial calendar, if you will. It's almost like a messaging calendar of when we are going to send our messages out, because you don't want to have a schedule that sends messages too frequently. I mentioned earlier on, if people were to just jump in and start messaging people every single day over and over again, they're really going to anger their prospects, and it will turn them off. They'll tune out to your messaging, and it will be no good. Take that too far in the other direction, and if you simply message people once a year, well, that's way too infrequent. They won't remember you. And so what's the right balance? And so we'll show you a couple different ways to do this and how to build out a very lengthy calendar so you can set everything up in the beginning and create a system that requires very little time and attention, but will be very, very impactful for you and your business. Now, the third lesson in this module deals with script writing and shows the keys to writing effective and actionable copy. I think a lot of times people struggle with this the most out of everything. They write scripts that feel like the back of brochures, and they don't write scripts that are enticing and conversational with their prospects. And so we'll show you the best practices and how to create great copy. Once you go through these lessons, hopefully you can see how these are connecting. Now you're ready to start sending out your messaging campaigns. And that's why I want you to go through Module 1 and 2 before you hit Module 3 and start utilizing the Connect365 Messenger. Now, once you get there, we'll walk you through everything you need to know about how to use this powerful software. We'll show you how to create campaigns and segmentations, how to schedule your campaigns, how to customize messages, and you know, the biggest part, how to actually deliver these campaigns. So we got you covered in those lessons over there. They are really good. They are arranged in very digestible chunks, so it's not some lesson that's going to be you sitting in front of your computer for an hour and a half learning one small piece of this software. You can go through the lessons over there very quickly and get up and running using your messenger. So now, how does this whole plan look on the website? Well, let's jump over there and take a look right now. So this is the Connect365 website. I'm on the main dashboard right here. This top nav bar is what you're going to be using to essentially navigate throughout the entire program. Okay, a couple places where you'll be hanging out. One is the training here. And when you hover over the training, you can see each module. And when you hover over the modules, you can see each lesson and go specifically to where it is that you need to be going. All right. And I would literally follow this, start with lesson 1, module 1, and follow it in this order. Then module 2, lesson 2, follow it in this order. Don't deviate from that plan. It should not take too long to go through the training here. All right. Now, this next bit is where you will actually get all the information you need to know on the software. There is another link to all the training regarding the messenger. You can get to it here or here, okay? But you can select the messenger training underneath the software menu. And then there's a separate site that you're going to go to access the messenger and set everything up. And we'll walk you through how to get to that site and what you need to do. And whenever you need to get to it, you can simply click on this section here in the menu. Then we have our implementation group. This is our private Facebook group that we use for helping people who have questions about the software, have questions about the theory behind using the software and the types of messages to send. Any help that you need, you can get with this implementation group. We also have another link to it right here. This is a very important group, and I recommend that everybody go and join it. It is a free group to members of the Connect365 system. So definitely go check that group out, request to join it, and we will get you in ASAP so we can help you with any of the questions that you have. Also under the software is a handbook for those people who do better learning through printed word instead of video training. If that's the case, then you might want to check out the handbook. And honestly, I recommend that everyone watch the videos and use the handbook. And the handbook is a great way to have everything right in one spot for you to quickly just go check back in on and not have to figure out, what video did this specific subject get covered in. The handbook is a great way to get right to where you need to go to answer your question about how to operate the software. Okay? So everything else up here should be kind of self-explanatory. These are the main areas I wanted to cover, the training and the software. And make sure that you guys know that the best thing for you to do in this system and in this program is to start from the very beginning and go through each of these lessons. Now, like I mentioned before, some of these lessons are not video lessons. They're workbooks, such as this lesson 1, creating brand identity. Let's go check that out. I'm going to click on this for just so you guys can get an example of what we'll see here. And down here, we have some notes for you to follow. And then here we have the brand identity workbook. This will be a workbook that you will go through to help you figure out your buyer persona. It will help influence the positioning of your profile and it will influence copy that you write for your messages. This is a really, really important lesson. And so it starts with filling out this workbook, and then from there you can move on to the next lesson. There are several video lessons that are coming up then after you fill out this workbook. So anytime you want to go to a training, simply hover on the module that you are in, go to the lesson you want and click, and then follow the instructions below. And if you have any questions, remember you have the Facebook implementation group to check out and get help as needed. But otherwise, this should be everything you need to get started with the Connect365 system and get up and running with your software as quickly as possible. So I'm super excited for you guys to join this program and utilize this super powerful tool. And if you have any questions, let us know. But we're excited to hear about your success using this tool and this program.